Look at me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry, hopefully you can hear me because the dogs are in the background. One is playing with this toy that has the squeaky. One is just trying to pull up on me right now. Excuse you. Thank you. So yeah, we're gonna try to do this video, but this video is going to be looking into the next year of 2025. Today is literally December 31st. It is New Year's Eve. So excited, party day. So I hope you guys are ready to party tonight too. I know I am. I'm probably gonna go over to my cousin's house and turn up and have a good time. So I hope you guys got some plans or whatnot, or whatever you floats your boat for this New Year's Eve, you know. So anyways, let's get into it. Let's get into what I'm going to be trying to change within my mindset coming into 2025, just to have more progress or personal growth and all that good stuff. So one thing for sure, something that I've been hearing and it's definitely resonated with me, and that is more going for it and less thinking about it, pretty much. So a lot of the times I get a little nervous or I refrain from doing certain things because I've never done it before. So because I was nervous to try new things because I didn't want to fail, something that I want to change moving forward is to just go for it and just don't think about it too much. A lot of times we do like a lot of research when it comes to something, and we do more research than we actually action. So I'm trying to just action it. Even if I don't know what the heck I'm doing, I'm just going to try to go for it and learn along the way. The biggest thing is to just do it. Literally, like the Nike brand, just do it. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Just do it. You only fail if you don't try, right? So that's the mindset that I'm trying to have instead going into 2025. Okay, sorry. I have to put the dogs in for a second. But yeah, one example of that I actually practiced this year was my boyfriend's uncle's house needed painting. So my boyfriend was going to go over there and help paint. But I thought to myself, you know what? Try new things that I've never done before. Just try it, you know. So I was like, I'll go too. So I went and I helped paint. I helped paint a room in the basement. We did white paint everywhere, and then we did some red on 2 accent walls, and I helped out. So I was able to learn a new skill. So I learned something new. I've never painted anything before. I never painted a room or a wall or anything like that. And instead of saying, you know, I'm okay, I've never done that before, I don't want to mess anything up, you know, so I'm good, I'll just stay here. Instead, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna actually go for it, and I'm gonna try it, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna learn a new skill. Even if I make mistakes along the way, you know, it's paint, you could just do another layer. So I learned some techniques, you know, and yeah, it came out well. And from that, I got a little pay, you know, especially right now since I'm unemployed. That definitely come in handy, and that wouldn't have been the case if I didn't just go outside of my zone of what I know and just try. So I can't be afraid of failure. So that's what I'm gonna keep in my mindset to do when I get into my next role, is to just go for it, just try it. So the next time I do know how to do it. That's how you learn, and that's how you actually grow. And that's something that I kind of shied away from a bit. So I definitely want to do more of that going into this year and beyond. Another thing is to limit social media. Yeah, especially YouTube. Now you hear the dogs barking. Mostly when it comes to YouTube, I'm like on there 24/7, where there's other things I can do to actually be more productive than just watching videos all the time. So that's something I want to get out of my habit. Honestly, I think I just have to move the YouTube icon off of my homepage. I think that's one way to start, okay? Just move it off my homepage. Try to find a way where I can step away from it for most of the day. So that's something that I want to get into the habit of, not being on YouTube and watching videos, which is so hard because I am a YouTube girly. I'm a millennial, but a YouTube kid. So something I really want to practice, that maybe even reduce to a certain amount of videos per day that I just aimlessly watch, and then just try to find something else more productive to do with my time than being on YouTube, social media, or whatnot. So another thing I wanted to do, I already read this book, Atomic Habits. Crazy enough, you know, that's when there was another time where I said I need to get off YouTube and do something more productive. So I kind of set myself up a schedule daily to make sure I read a chapter at least a day of Atomic Habits. So I end up reading the whole book, so I'm so proud of myself for reading an actual whole book for the first time. But I took notes on it, so I want to go back and review the notes. But I also want to, I started it, but I didn't get nowhere near finishing this one. But I also want to read The Courage to Be Disliked, How to Free Yourself, Your Life, and Achieve, you know, whatever goals that you're looking for to achieve. So the reason why I wanted to get into that book is because sometimes I do overthink, or I sometimes do second guess myself, or I kind of maybe read the room a little too much. Sometimes I just overthink about how I'm being perceived by others, and it kind of dims me or my light, or how I really want to be in front of others is kind of altered depending on who's in the room sometimes. So I wonder if I just read this book, it will give me the courage to care less about what other people perceive me to be and just be me, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because I don't want to come off the wrong way or be seen the wrong way, because not everybody is going to like me, no matter how good of a person that I am. There's just going to be some people that may not vibe with me, and that's okay. I shouldn't have to try to please everyone. It's impossible. So, or try to get everyone's approval. It's not possible. And that's okay. I have to become one with the idea that it is okay. And that's my struggle. So having the courage to be disliked, the courage to say it's okay, that not everybody's gonna vibe with you, no matter how good of a person you are. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. So I will also want to read this book for 2025. Another thing, even though I'm watching less YouTube and trying to get off social media a little more, the times that I do allow myself to be on YouTube, I want to watch videos that are more geared towards the goals that I'm looking for, where I want to be. So catering my algorithm basically to what I'm looking for and the goals that I want to achieve. So yes, I mean, of course, there's always room for entertainment. You know, some things are just entertainment purposes only, but sometimes they're just frivolous distractions, and there'll be a little bit of that. But I also want to make sure I also cater to self-improvement things too. And another thing is skincare, I guess, kind of, you know, maybe get a little bit more into my skincare routine game. You know, right now I just go with the flow. I just listen to my skin, which I think is the best way to go. I think less is more, and I feel like it's actually done the best when I've done the least. When I just listened and just paid attention to what my skin actually needs and just solely gave it that, that's when my skin really started to improve. But I do want to implement maybe some once a week things, you know, like a face mask once or twice a week or something like that, just to keep up with it. Speaking of New Year 2025, January is the month of my birthday, so I will be turning 32. But you know, I might not look it, you know, okay? So I want to keep it that way, I guess. So I'm not going to do any like specific anti-aging or anything like that, because I don't think I need it. Like I said, I just give my skin what it needs, and I don't really think it needs it right now. So I'm just going to focus on like preventative, meaning moisture. Just make sure I get as much moisture as I can into my skin, just stay hydrated, SPF, you know, for the sun, all that good stuff. So just preventative measures, basically. I'm just gonna make sure I'm more consistent with, and I think that's really it. Get some face masks, you know, and just use them once or twice a week, and something as simple as that, you know. Some other things I think will be important for my overall growth and progress is to, you know, learn new skills. You know, I was doing the Excel course, and I kind of fell off on it, so I need to get back on it to make sure I don't forget everything that I learned. So I want to go back into that and just repetition. Even when it comes to like ChatGPT, I haven't really utilized that or had to utilize it necessarily. So I do want to learn a little bit more about that. and any other things that kind of come with like the AI space, you know, and just kind of learning how to work different AI engines or whatnot, or just experimenting with it. Like I said, that's how you learn new things. You just go for it and try it out and learn as you go, see what happens. So, you know, maybe kind of look into things like that just to stay up on what's going on, I guess. And another thing is to just do my own research, just look into things that I may not know. It's important to ask questions, but also just to try to find the answer maybe myself. And I think it'll give me even better, deeper insight, because that's what I look for. Sometimes I look for the deeper answer. And one of the last things that I can think of right now is to utilize different organizational tools, something I definitely want to work on and continue to work on, and trying to get that better. So use different platforms. One of the ones I started using was Notion. So I've gotten a little bit familiar with that platform. So that's something that also is within that whole learning new skills. So now I've kind of learned a little bit more of how to use Notion platform by just diving in and just trying it out, clicking on things, seeing how it works. So there are skill sets that I can learn and utilize when it comes to being more organized, you know, whether it's time blocking, email correspondence. I actually learned that multitasking is actually not the most productive way to work. It's actually better to focus on one thing at a time and minimize other distractions. That's actually the best way to get the most productivity out of a task that you're doing. So yeah, good to know. So just little things like that, just continue to keep up and learn about different ways that I can be more organized. And again, not just learning, but actually doing. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all the points that I wanted to mention going into 2025. You know, the main thing is to get some money going. That'll be nice to land something where I can get some money coming in so I can save. That's also a big thing. Yeah, I think that's pretty much my goals going into 2025, is mainly just changing my mindset on things. I think that's the biggest way to see progress. It's easy to hear about all the things you can do, but until you really change how you think about it, how your mind really, you know, approaches the situation, that's when it becomes easier to actually stick with it. So yeah, guys, if you want, you know, comment down below if you agree with some of the goals, or if you took any inspiration from some of the goals that I had, or if you have some of your own that maybe I can also implement that helped you recently or that you want to get into or whatnot, leave that down below. And I will see you guys in the next video in 2025. Bye. Like Nike, I'ma just do it.